Hey guys, welcome to LawnCareMadeEasy.com. I'm Zach Stroud. Now today I'm gonna put some roses in here. These are called drift roses. I had an empty border right here in the front of this backdrop of plants, and I've been thinking over time what to put here, and I wanted a different color because I have my little hotties here, and I have the Hollywood juniper, and I have some Patty Fay deodar cedar. And over here we have a baby blue eyes Colorado blue spruce, so it's a dwarf. And I was looking for something right here on the border edge that will give a, kind of not anything large. So these are some drifts I had in my nursery, and I just wanted to, kind of brighten this up a little bit. And I know these have come back; they're not in really good shape right now, but we still have some. We have a long season ahead of us, and I think by the end of June, they should be looking pretty good. And I'll give you an update on that. But I was wanting something that grew kind of small, and these only get about 2.5 feet tall. And them being roses, I expect them to grow pretty quick. So I'm going to put these in, and I have some more over here. So I have 3 on this end, and then as we go around the curve from the Japanese maple, I have 3 more. So probably about, these plants have been in here probably about 5 years. So they've had a good time to grow. But when I started this bed, I put down some nursery type fabric, okay? Because we had a really big problem with grass growing in here. So I put down the nursery fabric, and for this, for this long, I think it's been pretty good. I've only had a couple of pop-ups like I see now, a couple, but that plastic has really worked really well. And I'll leave a description below, or a little link that where you can find that. But I'm going to plant these probably, looks like probably I'm going to plant them maybe 2.5 feet apart. That way when they grow together, or when they grow, they're going kind of to touch. I don't want them really bunched up together on this. I have some roses over here that at another spot that they're kind of closer together and they're bunching together. And it looks nice, but I want these kind of separated a little bit. I think that's going to look good in this area. So I'm just going to cut a hole in this. And we do have some little pops of Bermuda grass coming up, but I'll just pick that out. I think this will be our 4th year in this bed, and things have really grown a lot. I'm gonna put my dirt right over here. I always lose my scissors, so I have to make sure they're out of this bed. When I made this bed, I filled it full of mulch so I could really fertilize this, because I knew at some point I was going to put this fabric down and make this a bed full of plants. So there's a place we go to for, it's a landfill, and a lot of the tree people, tree services, they take their kind of like their dumpings there, and when they do that, they grind it up for you. The landfill will grind it up, and it's free for the people who live in that county. So I really loaded this full of mulch, and so over the last probably 6 or 7 years, it's really broken down. So you can get a look at it right now. I haven't put any amendments, but you can see the darkness in it, and I haven't, like I said, I hadn't added any amendments or anything to it. And so this looks really good. Okay, guys, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put all these in, and then I'm gonna come back and show you how it looks, and then I'm gonna fertilize them and water them in. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got the red drift roses in. So what I wanted to do is follow kind of the curve that I have here in my landscaping. So I have 1, 2, 3 here, And then we stop here at the baby blue eyes, Colorado blue spruce, come past these butterfly bushes, and we have 3 more right here in front of the new Japanese maple. So I just wanted something to kind of fill in these little gaps here that I have in the front of the landscaping. I'm eventually going to put a small little stacked rocked wall right here in front to give a little bit more flow to the bed. Sometimes I get a little irritated having to dig this out every time, but I think a nice rock wall would be nice to put in there. So, so now we're going to fertilize. So I'm going to show you the fertilizer that I use on about every time I do a plant install. I'll use something like this, or I'll use this Tree Secret by Dr. Jim Z. You can find this online. And I've used it on a couple other things here as well. So all we're going to do is take a plain pitcher, like a iced tea pitcher or something, and you're going to put about 1 gallon. So if you are using this for just one tree, it goes by the diameter of the tree. That's how many cups you give it, okay? But since we're doing 6 of these little shrub roses, I'm only going to put 1 cup and probably do it twice. So I'll feed these 3 with it, water it in real good, and then do those 3 over there. So let's fill that up, and then I'll put about 1 cup in there. Then we're just going to take some water and fill the jug up. Just make sure before you do put any in the container that you shake that really good, okay? And then you put it in there, because that shakes up all the vitamins and everything that's in the mixture. So we're just going to put it right there around the plant, because remember, I have some landscape barrier in here, but I want this to go right into the plant root, okay? And it doesn't burn, so you don't have to worry about it putting too much. And it's a liquid, so it's going to move pretty quickly in. Put a little bit more in there. I'm going to do this one here. And as you can see, they really need the nutrients quickly. Let's put a little bit more on this last one here. Okay. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do now is water everything in. I'm going to water these in first. I'm going to put about 1 gallon on each one of these plants, all 6 of them, 1 gallon each for the next 7 days. And also keep up with your rainfall as well, because you don't want to overwater them. But I'm going to do about 1 gallon a day for a week. After that, so the second week, I'm going to water them every other day, same amount. And then the third week, I'm going to go 3 days a week, mostly Monday, Wednesday, Friday, still 1 gallon each time I water them. And I'm going to water them in the morning as early as possible before the sun gets on them and really starts to cook them. So these will bloom up until frost. And I'll probably water them, I'll probably fertilize them again, probably in about probably 14 days. I'll put some more of that liquid fertilizer on them. That should give them a good boost to start blooming out for the rest of the summer, actually. But I'll at least, when I'm putting this water on, I at least probably will fertilize them at least once a month. So up until frost. So, all right, guys, so I'm gonna water the rest of them. And I hope this video helped you out. If you need any more tips like this, I have a website. You can go to lawncaremadeeasy.com. And I hope you have a great week. Thank you, guys.